possibility. Now, what we might see here is using the pressure from the mobula to force the enemy galleons, or the goldfish here, to force the enemy ships to maintain range for the lumberjack. What we also might see is the enemy galleon switching to their close range side, as is the standard, but we shall see. Okay, so first up for the sexy cage dancers, we have Freefall piloting the 6 Ways from Sunday. It is a Watcher fish, goldfish with a front watcher, left side flamer, and right side Gatling gun. We have, also for the sexy cage dancers, the Mother of Invention, piloted by Dulac. It is a galleon with a left side lumberjack, watcher, Gatling gun, rear flare gun, right side heavy carronade, and watcher. And we have, piloted by Finks for the Ryders, the Execution. It is a galleon with a left side lumberjack, Gatling, watcher, rear flare gun, and a right side watcher carronade. And we have Luosi piloting the Lib Clutter. It is a mobula with a top Hades, a left flare, a lower left Artemis, a lower right Artemis, and a Gatling gun. Curious. That's not the configuration that we sometimes see from the Ryders, where we have the Artemis staggered on the left and the right side. But they're opening up on 6 Ways from Sunday. Few shots going down there, few decent disables, the front gun is down, and they have suffered an armor break. Now the lumberjack is coming in. This is not great for the 6 Ways from Sunday. They are, well, getting beat 6 Ways from Sunday at the moment. 20% of their perma has gone down. Hades are landing, rather. They're beginning to pull back. They should be able to get out of effective range of the Lib Clutter's guns and buy a little bit of time to fix things, and they are out of arcs for the Execution, so that's certainly a positive for them, although they're backing up a little bit close to a bit of structure there. They won't want to bump that. Their engineers will want all of the time in the world to keep whacking the various broken guns on that ship, not worrying about extra damage to the hull. Lib Clutter taking a couple of hits from the lumberjack of the Mother of Invention. Their balloon is at about 50%. That's important for a mobula because vertical mobility is one of its primary strengths. Oh, but something horrible is happening to 6 Ways from Sunday. It appears the galleon has managed to position on them. They're attempting to relocate, but they are going to keep falling. They bounce. They're going to get into cover, but they may kill themselves on the ground doing so. Armor is back up. They're okay. Their balloon is down still, but they should have enough time to rebuild that, get their armor back in shape. This is not been fun for the goldfish. They're trying to find a way in to engage, but oh, the Mother of Invention now getting focused by the Execution. Armor is down, balloon is down. They're going to have to move into cover and do some repairs if they're going to survive this engagement. 6 Ways from Sunday is coming in, but the Lib Clutter is going to have arcs on them if they do, I think. Let's have a look at how this approach is going here. We have the Lib Clutter is forward, as is the Execution. The 6 Ways from Sunday should have an opportunity to disable probably the Execution. Mother of Invention suffers another armor break. Oh my, this is not looking good for them, but 6 Ways from Sunday now should be just out of arcs of the Execution, trying to get their Gatling to bear, but they've drifted a little bit too far into that Watcher arc. They've lost their front gun, they've lost both their side guns. The only thing really working at the moment is the ship itself, and you're not going to kill anything with that. Meanwhile, Mother of Invention suffers another armor break, is desperately trying to hide from the Lib Clutter, but more shots are coming in. Armor break almost certainly coming up again here. Yes, where's the Artemis? Where is the Artemis? They're still alive, they're still going, they're still kicking, but 6 Ways from Sunday is getting shot all the crap by the Execution. Watcher goes in, then they're down, and now the Mother of Invention is almost certainly going to suffer the same fate. Ooh, 2 kills to the Ryders. Not what they were hoping for there. And so we have a 2-0 start. Let's have a look at the condition of the Clutter and the Execution. Both seem to be pretty close to full perma. That's going to be pleasing for the Ryders. The sexy cage dancers probably not enjoying that particular exchange. A lot of very accurate lumberjack and Hades and Artemis fire. Put a ton of pressure on both ships. Limited opportunities to approach, and generally stuck cycling between who is taking the beating from those guns. And now the Ryders are pushing forward, but it looks as though the Mother of Invention and the Six Ways from Sunday are going to press more towards the right-hand side of the map. We might end up going in circles here unless one of these two teams spots the other, although it looks like Six Ways from Sundays is rocking towards the... Nope, they've decided to pull off with the Mother of Invention. They may find themselves with the Ryders at their back here. That's probably not what they want, especially when you consider the Ryders have pretty good long-range loadouts, and cover between the sexy cage dancers and the Ryders here is limited. If they did decide to press, they're probably better off repositioning if they do spot them, rather than taking this engagement. I wouldn't want to be trying to approach the Ryders from this location, and there is some cover they could move into. Execution taking a few shots at the Mother of Invention. Balloon takes a hit, it's down to about 30%. They should be able to reposition if they choose to. They managed to get a reasonable Watcher shot off on the Execution, but Six Waves from Sunday again taking hits. They appear to be suffering balloon hits, and I think the Hades is setting things on fire. The armor is down. This is not looking good for Six Waves from Sunday. They really don't have a whole lot of places to run to, except possibly into the ground. The Execution will probably reposition to maintain arcs. That'll make keeping lumberjack shots landing on that balloon a little more difficult. Six Waves from Sunday probably going to get into cover here. I may have to take back my previous statements, but the question is, what is happening to the Mother of Invention now? The Lib Clutter and the Mother of Invention are exchanging fire. A couple of shots coming in from the Execution, I think, as well there. Six Ways from Sunday is trying to sneak up on the Lib Clutter or the Execution again, one of the two, while the Mother of Invention takes a few shots from the enemy ships. Armor break on the Mother of Invention. This is again just slowly grinding down the perma hull on the Mother of Invention and the Six Ways from Sunday as the Ryders pick and choose which targets they engage. Six Ways from Sunday closing, but this is not a good place for them to be. The Mother of Invention not really able to lend much support. They're about to wander into a Watcher, although they do manage to take out a decent number of guns on the Execution. It's not going to be enough though, as their armor goes down, and now they're sitting in front of 3 light guns and 2 heavy guns that will almost certainly have a fun time with them. Execution pulling back a little bit, maybe getting into the way of the Lib Clutter, but not enough to stop what will almost certainly be, yep, there we go, down goes the the goldfish, and that's 3-0 to the Ryders. Mother of Invention has a really serious problem here. All of the spawns are going to be visible to the Ryders, and the goldfish is at some point going to have to come in. If they decide to take fire as they're doing now, they may find themselves focused down. If, on the other hand, they maintain their distance, duck into cover, the goldfish is going to have to spawn in, and that's what they've done. They have spawned in close to the Execution on the east side of the map, and the Lib Clutter and Execution now almost certainly going to pick a fight with the Mother of Invention. It's going to eat Artemis shots, but they're going to the balloon and they get a decent disable on the Execution, but their armor breaks. Watcher hitting again, mostly into the balloon though, and oh, this is not looking good for Six Ways from Sunday. In comes the Hades, in comes the lumberjack. It's point blank, but it doesn't matter. It's still gonna cause massive problems for the Six Ways from Sunday. Gatling going into the armor, Watcher going into the hull, and down they go. Oh, nasty, and that's 4-0 to the Ryders. Again, no damage to either the Lib Clutter or the Execution, and once again the sexy cage dancers have to play the do we engage or do we hold here and hope that our ally is able to sneak through. Well, they may not be given the choice because the Ryders are now closing on the Mother of Invention. They know that the Mobular is not going to be able to the goldfish is not going to be able to do much if they press here, and even if they do, they're going to be on the wrong side of the galleon, which is exactly what's happened here. They have spawned in under the galleon. The galleon pops down. They're probably going to find their balloon taken out and themselves horribly watchered here. There's the Watcher. They managed to rise above the balloon, and that may give them a couple of seconds to engage the Lib Clutter, and they're going to have to because Mother of Invention has suffered horribly under the fire from the Lib Clutter. Another armor break. They need this disable to land. They need it to... No, down goes the galleon, and that's 5-0 to the Ryders. I believe A perfect engagement for them, no perma-hull damage, and they will be very pleased with that result. The Sexy Cage Dancers drop down to the second bracket, and we are going to be changing lobbies.